4965.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Nice looking Friday morning. It is the last few hours of winter. I think spring starts at 6 o'clock or something tonight. I don't really know. Kelli Hart is in the studio. She, of course, is the hostess of Ocala Magazine Radio and the executive editor of Ocala Magazine, and a talented writer, pretty lady. And good morning, Kelli, and a friend of ours, friend of the station.
Oh, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully.
You look refreshed. You look nice. A nice becoming color for you.
Thank you. This is a new shirt. It's a new old shirt.
A new old shirt.
I got it at Goodwill.
Oh wow.
So it's a new.
Really?
It's a new old shirt, yes.
So when you saw that, you said, that's a good one.
I said, I have to have it. I don't have anything else this color.
Where does Goodwill get their stuff from? Just from people who don't want them anymore? So somebody didn't want that?
I assume.
Wonder why
I
they
know,
didn't
this
want
is Michael Kors. I mean, it's a nice, well-known brand that in the mall would cost, quite a bit of money for, a blouse that you might wear every few months because it's so loud. It's not like I can get away with wearing this over and over again.
Really?
So
I don't call it loud.
There was a lot of really good stuff in Goodwill.
I know.
A few days ago. In fact, I called one of my girlfriends to get her size because there was too much good stuff that I couldn't let it. I said, it looks like some man got really upset with his wife or something and just unloaded all of our good stuff at Goodwill. So.
Maybe it's good we don't know the history behind the clothing, huh?
That's not my problem.
Maybe you
Once it
wouldn't
hits the racks, that is not my problem. It's actually...
You might not want to know.
Yeah, so thank you. So a new old shirt. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a bright shirt for a bright day and a happy Friday. I'm excited.
And you're a year older than you were last week.
I am a year older than I was last week. Thanks for reminding me. Yes. No, I don't feel any older. I feel great. I feel, I'm having the best time of my life.
You are.
Really.
You're at the best.
Really?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, I still have great days, but
Sure.
I think my 30s were the wonderful years.
Sure.
Not the wonder years, but the wonderful ones.
Yeah, I'm in a really good place in life. I feel good about myself and my health, and I'm sure there's always room for improvement, no matter what age you are. But I just know that the things that I thought were problems in my 20s. And knowing now what I know in my mid-30s,
well, you know what?
It's a totally different ballgame.
You know what happens? You've lived long enough
Sure.
that you know that whatever goes wrong can be undone.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. The stuff that I thought was just the end of the world, it obviously was not, because I'm still here thriving and happy and happy as can be. Yes, I don't mind being a year older. I believe so.
It's just what happens.
Yes, a lot of things change. I'm a totally different person than I was even, I can say, just 5 years ago. So going into my 30s, I feel like I'm a totally different person.
Could you tell yourself something that would have calmed you down? Like right now, if you could go back in time and tell your younger self anything at any age, would there be something you would say, hey, P.S., it all works out?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, going through a divorce and changing career paths and, having a child, all those things that have happened to me, they were scary things, and they were things I was like, gosh, am I going to be a great mom? I don't know. I'm so scared.
You are a great mom.
Am I going to make it through this divorce?
You can tell how much you love Lily. By the way, and this is a tough question, and it's maybe too personal, but I'm also divorced. Okay, so the question I would ask myself, and you don't have to answer this.
Okay.
Would I, if I could go back in time, get married? If I said, don't do it because you're going to get divorced, if it's going to end in divorce, don't do it, I think I would still do it anyway.
Oh, I absolutely would.
You would do it again if you knew in advance?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there are some things that I would change, about my marriage, obviously. But I'm not talking about the things about him that I could change. Just me as a wife or things of that nature. Right. There are things that I would change. I'm not saying that would have changed the outcome. But, I mean, I had such an amazing time while I was married. The good definitely outweighed the bad. It was just the bad were things I couldn't necessarily live with. And so, yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't. And plus, my ex and I are still really close. We're great friends. We're great parents. And so, that was just an era of our lives that I think that we both appreciate and love and, are happy to have had together. So.
By the way, you were on my mind yesterday because yesterday was Certified Nurses Day.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I saw that on social media, Facebook or
So how is that campaign going for you in the magazine?
It's fantastic. We're really, really getting excited because I think we're 5 or 6 weeks now away from our event, and it's our Celebration of Nurses event, which will be happening in April. And we were accepting nominations, so people could write in and nominate a nurse that they felt like was deserving of an award. And we're giving out the 3 awards: the Spirit Award, the Inspiration Award, and the Legacy Award, which is broken down based on how many years of service that particular nurse has served. And we collected all of our nominations, which there were close to 100 nominations, and some multiple nominations for the same person, which was really awesome.
But are you participating in the judging? I can't remember how you said this worked.
No, we reached out to the community and found people within the medical community to help do the judging.
Oh, okay.
So we did all the collecting, and then we submitted the nominations. Our job was basically to cull them out and put them into their respective categories, and then get rid of any identifying factors so that, for example, if we have a judge with Monroe Regional, we don't want them to be partial to nominees from Monroe Regional, et cetera. So we did the best we could to eliminate any identifying factors and then sent them out. And yesterday was the deadline for judges to have the scores back to us. So it's really exciting.
Oh, so do you know now?
Yes.
You now know.
So now we know who our winners are. And it's really exciting because our April issue is going to have a photograph of everyone who was nominated. So Barbara at the magazine, she's our office manager there, and she did a phenomenal job of coordinating these almost 100 nurses with our schedule and then their schedules to come in for a photo.
Do the nominees know?
The nominees know. So everyone who was nominated, they know at this point that they were nominated.
Oh, that's exciting.
So they got to come in and get their picture taken. So everybody's photo will be in our April issue. But just the winners won't know until the night of the event when we announce who won. So
Any
it's
male
really
nurses?
exciting. Yes, there were
awesome.
several male nurses.
Oh,
so that was really exciting. And it was nice because when they came in, of course, they were all very humble. I can't believe I was nominated. And,
nice.
And most of them don't even know who nominated them.
Oh, really?
So, some people told them and some people didn't.
This is going to be something you guys do every year.
Oh, every single year. And we're super excited. And of course, this being our first year, we've already started taking notes for next year, things that we can add, to improve things and things that we can change to make it even better. But so far, it has everything's fallen into place, which lets us know it was meant for us to do this. I mean, it's a great way for us to honor nurses, and they've all been excited. And
right.
Yeah, so we can't wait for the night of the event because it's going to be fun. It'll be Polynesian themed, and we'll have hula girls and steel drums and all kinds of fun stuff for the nurses. And it's no charge, so they get to come out, be honored, be celebrated, eat some great food, and there's beer and wine and music, and they deserve it. It's the least we could do.
Isn't it funny how we as a society, as a culture, as a people have uniforms that immediately what a person does for a living based on the uniform. Now, not in radio and not as a writer.
Right.
But nurses don't anymore. Nurses at one time had a specific look. It's not true anymore, correct?
No, now a lot of different professions wear scrubs.
Yeah.
And even some of the nurses that came in, because we told them just wear what you would wear to work. Don't feel like you have to dress up or go formal here. And so there were some nurses that came in, and based on their experience and what level their position was at their particular hospital or facility, they weren't even in scrubs. So it was interesting to see. You have this idea in your mind what a nurse would look like, but that's really not the case.
Yeah. Kelly, you have a phone call coming in. Let's take that call.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on the air with Kelly. Say it again.
How y'all doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Good morning.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing? I used to work at a hospital, and I applaud y'all nurses because y'all on the front line. Y'all really the caretakers. The doctors just show up. So without y'all, it wouldn't be no complete health care. So I applaud y'all. Congratulations to the nurse
Thank you.
week, and y'all just be blessed and take care of yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and pick up the April copy of Ocala magazine.
Yes, absolutely. All the information is there. It's on Thursday, April 23rd. It begins at 5:30 and ends at 8, and it's at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion Extension Auditorium. So I don't know if you've been out there to the new auditorium. I had actually not been out there until we decided to do this event. It's a fantastic
I've seen the outside, but
oh my gosh.
Kelly, we need to take a little break.
Great.
We'll be right back. What am I doing wrong? Here we go. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Today, very warm with sunshine and patchy clouds along with a shower, a high of 82 to 88. Then tonight, clear to partly cloudy, a low of 59 to 67. Tomorrow, very warm with partial sunshine, a high of 81 to 87. And round out the weekend, Sunday, remaining warm with clouds and sunshine, a shower possible near the coast, a high of 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
Chip, you never cease to amaze me. What in the world are you building with all those sticks and cardboard?
Well, Mr. Marketing Guy, I'm making signs to announce the great lease offers at Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue.
Really? What do you plan on calling it?
Sign and Ride. Get it?
That's not how it works. Sign and Ride is all about fantastic lease offers on Fusions, Escapes, Fiestas, Explorers, and remaining 2014 Focuses.
Wait a minute. If I understand correctly, Sign and Ride would mean 0 down payment?
Right.
0 first month's payment?
Right again.
And 0 due at signing?
Now you're on the right track. Don't waste time. Head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue today and see how easy it can be to drive off in America's favorite brand.
And if you're planning to buy a new Ford, 0% financing for 72 months on select new 2015 Fords.
Whether you buy or lease, now's the best time to head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue, your family of Ford dealerships where we've got what it takes.
Not all buyers or models qualify for Sign and Ride offer or 0% financing. See dealer for complete details.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
WOCA,
All right. Kelly Hart is here. This is Ocala Magazine Radio on WOCA. We're talking about the magazine, specifically right now. We've been talking about the nurses portion of the next issue, which is the cover story. Is that the cover story for April?
Well, it's not the cover story for April. There will be a spread that will identify all of our nominees so people can put a name with a face and get really excited. And then we'll have our May issue, of course, will be a summary of the event. It'll have our winners and a little, some, short stories about our winners so you can really get to know the people that won. So it's nice. It's been really fun to kind of lay it out month by month and watch the progress. And so now it's super exciting because, like I said, we've got our nominees, we know our winners, and we have everybody's pictures. We've kind of got to meet all the nominees as they've come into the office for their photos. And so it's becoming real. We see how important it is to them and how excited they are for this event, which, anytime you have an event, it's exciting to know you're doing something. But when the people you're honoring are telling you stories and they're coming in and you can see their excitement. That's when everything kind of comes together and this is going to be awesome.
It's exciting for them, for anybody in the magazine. And the way you know this is because you'll see framed pages. Somebody who's been in the magazine. I think Joe has one in his office when somebody took a picture of him for the magazine.
I love it. I mean, I was in Dr. Ford's office this week and there was a framed from one of the best, I think it was maybe 3 years ago, one of the categories was Best Smile. And the young man that won Best Smile was a patient of Dr. Ford's. Well, with Dr. Ford being an orthodontist, of course, he kind of felt a little responsible for this beautiful smile. And so it was nice because the feature and his picture and everything was framed and hung in the lobby. So people saw that the very best smile in Ocala came out of his office. So it's really, it's exciting to go into establishments and see things like that because you're like, hey, wow,
and you probably
this meant something to somebody.
It's probably something that you don't really. It's probably a lot more than you realize.
Oh, I'm sure. Of course, now I'm out looking for it. So it's like when you're buying a new car, you suddenly start seeing that particular car everywhere. So of course, I'm always out looking for it. I want to see where Ocala magazines are. I mean, of course, I always anticipate seeing current issues out and about somewhere, but it's really, really great when you go into someone's office or someone's establishment and you see that they have older issues set out that, for whatever reason, or they have something, framed on the wall. And so, and that's the beauty of Ocala magazine. We're not a current events, lifestyle type magazine. We want you to pick something up and want you to read it and you be able to keep it because it's something timeless. So, the editorial, of course, we always have things in there about what's going on currently. But we love the fact that the magazine can stay on someone's table for months and months and months and still have relevancy if someone picked it up to read it.
Well, it's pretty.
It's beautiful.
It's
It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Yes, it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And right now we're working on our April issue, which there's several different themes to the issue. Like I said, one being nursing. We also have some beauty topic. So I don't know if you remember a few months back, I said that we had selected a couple people who were nominated to the magazine to be a part of a makeover project.
Oh, right. Yes, I do remember that.
So
yes.
Those folks have now done 90 days of personal training and had their hair done and their makeup done and a couple other services that they were provided, and the whole photo shoot is done and the story is almost completely laid out. So those people will now be reintroduced, which will be a lot of fun.
All right.
It's awesome. That was such a fun project to see everybody from start to finish just change and their confidence and getting to know each other, and even the support amongst the 6 of them. Like I would watch on Facebook them post about, day 12, I'm really starting to.
So what kind of changes did they go through? The weight loss or?
Yeah, just weight loss. Some of them just their lifestyle, their activities. They're just dormant, and they admitted, I just had no desire to do any kind of physical activity. And
so what did the magazine do to change that?
Well, I mean, we did is
encourage them to go running or something?
No, we hooked them up with personal trainers. So there was 3 personal trainers in town that volunteered to provide 90 days worth of service, and so there were 6 participants. So 2 participants went to 1 trainer, and so sometimes they'd work out together and sometimes they would do it individual depending on schedules. But so I mean, they had a personal trainer that said, okay, you've got 90 days and we're gonna make sure we maximize that time.
And you've met them and you've seen the changes?
Oh, yeah. So we met them when they first came in to get their before pictures. And I talked to them a little bit about how they were feeling. And of course, there was a lot of anxiety and fear, but also very grateful because these people weren't just folks that were like, hey, I want a makeover. But there was a story behind why they were nominated. And so that's how we judged. So a lot of them had gone through something personal. There was a real personal reason.
Really? So is there anything internal of these people? I mean, the external stuff we'll be able to see in photographs, but is there anything internal that improved, like self-confidence or depression, anything like that?
Well, I mean, I don't know about anything maybe as severe as depression, or anything like that. But even just, you can tell in their posture when they first came in for their before pictures, and then the way that they postured themselves and acted when they came in for their after pictures. So something happens
besides the
very,
physical.
Kind of closed up, kind of, hunched over, very closed up, and then, arms up in the air, smiling, and it was like you couldn't get them from in front of the camera. It was like, okay, the shoot is over, and they're like, I could do this all day.
Oh, wow.
They felt beautiful, and they were so proud of themselves for having stuck to 90 days of hardcore
You probably
training.
changed those people for the rest of their lives.
We hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
that was really our goal. We didn't want to just say, okay, well, it's a before and after, the story's over, have a nice day. We wanted them, to stay in touch with each other, because they all said this was just the start of a journey. Now they're on a journey. Maybe it's losing a set number of pounds or whatever it might be, being more active in their day-to-day lifestyle. I mean, one of the ladies owns a pet grooming place here in Ocala, and she said, every day I didn't wear makeup. I didn't care because I'd get covered in dog hairs and stuff, and so I didn't really care. So now it's like she said, I'm just gonna work the front desk because I look too good to be back there, getting dog hair on me.
Oh, nice.
You could just tell
Nice,
that
nice.
it made such a difference, and everybody felt so good. And
Did you know there was
so much fun?
Kelly, there was a campaign. I had this story this morning. During World War II, there was a campaign, and I don't know, it might rub some people the wrong way, but it was beauty is your duty. This is what they would tell. This is what the government was telling women. And you have to wear makeup.
Beauty is your duty.
Part of it was because Hitler was against makeup on women.
Really?
So I was like, we want our American women to have plenty of makeup, be beautiful. So beauty was your duty.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a funny thing to tell American women?
Funny.
Yeah.
Well, we've written articles before about natural beauty and not feeling like you have to be roped into looking a certain way or wearing makeup to be beautiful. But at the same time, women do like to feel beautiful, and there are ways to do that. And makeup is one of those ways, and I don't see anything wrong with makeup. I love it. I don't feel like I need to wear it in order to go out into public or anything. But it's very nice to just be exposed to something different, especially because we had professional makeup artists do the makeup on these.
Were they all women?
So there was one gentleman, and so that was a lot of fun. So he even came in with a little bit of powder and such because it was a photo shoot. And
really?
So he's like, well, this is new to me. I don't know if I'll necessarily wear powder every day, but it was so much fun for them to feel beautiful. And we wanted to not just stress the makeup and the hair portion of that, but the beauty behind a lifestyle change. So just accepting the fact that, we can say whatever we want to. The fact of the matter is being fit and being healthy and being a healthy weight is important.
That's right.
So there's all these campaigns about loving your body no matter what size you are, and big women can be beautiful, and I agree with all of those things, but the fact of the matter is I do believe that the more fit and lean our bodies are, the healthier that we are. And so yes, being big can be very beautiful, but when it comes right down to being healthy, we all know that weight is a variable.
Sure.
So, so we wanted all these folks to understand that this is about internal beauty as well, and so being healthy and fit and the longevity of it.
And you have a philosophy that is always there in your writing as well as in your visits with us here, and I think that is an important part of what the magazine represents, is that philosophy. Yes. And in this particular series article that you're doing, I think in addition to those people, I think readers will be affected by that, and they'll go on their own makeover campaigns.
I would hope so. I mean, when you look at the before pictures and you look at the after, and like I said, it's not just about the shape or size or weight. It was about the overall expression and posture, and you can just see in these photos the difference.
Well, whatever is the internal difference has to be in the words of the article. You won't be able to see it in the photographs. Right,
exactly. And it was just fun. I mean, we had different age groups, and some were mothers and some were not, and we had our gentlemen, and so everybody is just in a different place in their life, but they all were really able to connect with one another as part of this project.
Those will be framed. That article will be framed.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. So will the nurses. Are you kidding? That nurse article that you're doing will be in every hospital. There'll be several copies of it. Oh, gosh.
As it should be. And because it's our first year, we anticipate, of course, once the word gets out and this becomes, a household name, the celebration of nurses, that next year, of course, it'll be an even bigger event, and we hope so.
Very competitive.
I don't know the number of nurses we have in Marion County. I know it's a rather large number,
I
but
can tell you the Ocala Regional has 600.
600.
That's just one.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay. And there's a lot of facilities out there.
Yeah.
Because we're talking nursing homes and home health care, and there's nurses all over. So
we learned that yesterday. We had the head of the nurses here yesterday. So.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Well, hopefully everyone is excited about the event as we are. If you want more information about Ocala Magazine, this event, or anything from sales to marketing, please go to ocalamagazine.com. All of our contact information is there. Like us on Facebook. Look forward to the April issue because it's got a lot of exciting stuff. And I have to mention, I was at the Ocala National Mojos last night for trivia and had a fantastic time. And Tom said if I mentioned how fantastic a time I had, he'll guarantee me a victory next week.
Guarantee you a victory?
Guarantee it.
It's going to ask you Kelly questions.
Now I'm in trouble for having said that.
Questions that just have to do with you.
Just Ocala Magazine trivia.
Ocala Magazine.
That's it.
All right.
So thank you so much. It was a great time today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The number of victims killed in the Tunisia attack now up to 22 as a French person dies from his wounds.
The gunman appeared to avoid shooting locals by saying, "Lower your heads" in Arabic. The Interior Ministry's top official saying the